From today's video, let's discuss the prep for ACD301 Appian Lead Developer exam. What is the Appian Lead Developer ACD301 exam? Who should take the ACD301 exam? ACD301 exam details. Why earn the Appian Lead Developer certification? Key exam objectives. 1. You are tasked to build a large-scale acquisition application for a prominent customer. The acquisition process tracks the time it takes to fulfill a purchase request with an award. The customer has structured the contract so that there are multiple application development teams. How should you design for multiple processes and forms, while minimizing repeated code? A. Create a center of excellence, CO. B. Create a common objects application. C. Create a Scrum of Scrum's sprint meeting for the team leads. D. Create duplicate processes and forms as needed. Answer: B. 2. You are required to create an integration from your Appian Cloud instance to an application hosted within a customer's self-managed environment. The customer's IT team has provided you with a REST API endpoint to test with. https://internal.network/appy/appy/ping. Which recommendation should you make to progress this integration? A. Expose the API as a SOAP-based web service. B. Deploy the API service into Appian Cloud. C. Add Appian Cloud's IP address ranges to the customer network's allowed IP listing. D. Set up a VPN tunnel. Answer: D. 3. You are designing a process that is anticipated to be executed multiple times a day. This process retrieves data from an external system and then calls various utility processes as needed. The main process will not use the results of the utility processes, and there are no user forms anywhere. Which design choice should be used to start the utility processes and minimize the load on the execution engines? A. Use the Start Process Smart service to start the utility processes. B. Start the utility processes via a sub-process synchronously. C. Use process messaging to start the utility process. D. Start the utility processes via a sub-process asynchronously. Answer: D. 4. Users must be able to navigate throughout the application while maintaining complete visibility in the application structure and easily navigate to previous locations. Which Appian interface pattern would you recommend? A. Use billboards as cards pattern on the homepage to prominently display application choices. B. Implement an activity history pattern to track an organization's activity measures. C. Implement a drill-down report pattern to show detailed information about report data. D. Include a breadcrumbs pattern on applicable interfaces to show the organizational hierarchy. Answer: D. 5. You are in a backlog refinement meeting with the development team and the product owner. You review a story for an integration involving a third-party system. A payload will be sent from the Appian system through the integration to the third-party system. The story is 21 points on a Fibonacci scale and requires development from your Appian team as well as technical resources from the third-party system. This item is crucial to your project's success. What are the 2 recommended steps to ensure this story can be developed effectively? A. Acquire testing steps from QA resources. B. Identify subject matter experts, SMEs, to perform user acceptance testing, UAT. C. Maintain a communication schedule with the third-party resources. D. Break down the item into smaller stories. Answer: C, D. 6. Your Agile Scrum project requires you to manage 2 teams, with 3 developers per team. Both teams are to work on the same application in parallel. How should the work be divided between the teams, avoiding issues caused by cross-dependency? A. Group epics and stories by technical difficulty, and allocate one team the more challenging stories. B. Group epics and stories by feature, and allocate work between each team by feature. C. Allocate stories to each team based on the cumulative years of experience of the team members. D. Have each team choose the stories they would like to work on based on personal preference. Answer: B. 7. You are required to configure a connection so that Jira can inform Appian when specific tickets change, using a webhook. Which 3 required steps will allow you to connect both systems? A. Create a web API object and set up the correct security. B. Configure the connection in Jira specifying the URL and credentials. C. Create a new API key and associate a service account. D. Give the service account system administrator privileges. E. Create an integration object from Appian to Jira to periodically check the ticket status. Answer: A, B, C. 8. You are the project lead for an Appian project with a supportive product owner and complex business requirements involving a customer management system. Each week, you notice the product owner becoming more irritated and not devoting as much time to the project, resulting in tickets becoming delayed due to a lack of involvement. Which 2 types of meetings should you schedule to address this issue? A. An additional daily stand-up meeting to ensure you have more of the product owner's time. B. A risk management meeting with your program manager to escalate the delayed tickets. C. A sprint retrospective with the product owner and development team to discuss team performance. D. A meeting with the sponsor to discuss the product owner's performance and request a replacement. Answer: B, C. 9. Your team has deployed an application to production with an underperforming view. Unexpectedly, the production data is 10 times that of what was tested, and you must remediate the issue. What is the best option you can take to mitigate their performance concerns? A. Bypass Appian's query rule by calling the database directly with a SQL statement. B. Create a table which is loaded every hour with the latest data. C. Create a materialized view or table. D. Introduce a data management policy to reduce the volume of data. Answer: C. 10. The business database for a large, complex Appian application is to undergo a migration between database technologies, as well as interface and process changes. The project manager asks you to recommend a test strategy. Given the changes, which 2 items should be included in the test strategy? A. Internationalization testing of the Appian platform. B. A regression test of all existing system functionality. C. Penetration testing of the Appian platform. D. Tests for each of the interfaces and process changes. E. Tests that ensure users can still successfully log into the platform. Answer: B, D. Subscribe Seek Exams for more IT exams.